I think what made me feel so far away from God was the lies that I started to believe from the enemy. When I was sexually assaulted, I went to a very dark place. And unfortunately, because, I wasn't really deep in my faith and didn't understand things, that led to me feeling very, even farther away from God. And so I started to believe the lies that, that I was already far away. Well, now I was really far away, and there was no way I could go back to him, go back to the church, go back to, um, receiving his grace and love and mercy. I felt like it was partially my fault at times and also God's fault at times. Um, but I definitely felt like that everything that happened, it was, too much stuff was in the way, and I could not come back home. I could not go back to the church. I felt guilt, shame, um, like I said, unclean, unworthy, just, like I said, worthless at times, and definitely did not feel that kind of consolation. I felt like I was just, like I said, too far gone. When I started to come back to the church, it was just, I think obviously a lot of people probably praying for me, but I think it was the realization that the true love that I was missing out on, the things that I was um, missing in my life was God, and all of it fell within the church. Even though, like I said, for a long time, I thought that it was the opposite. I thought that I was too far away. It's really what brought me home was, like I said, the opposite way of thinking. His love, his mercy, his grace. I realized that that was all waiting for me. Once I finally realized that, I could kind of heal and let go of that pain and that hurt and be open to Jesus healing those wounds. Realizing God's love and mercy after all that pain and like I said, blame that I put on myself was just it was just like a washing away of, like I said, that guilt, that shame, that hurt. I I mean, it was when I think of him on the cross, it was literally just, I mean, even now, like I said, I don't get so emotional about, the event that happened to me, the sexual assault that it did happen. I get more emotional about the healing and the boundless um, love and mercy I received. And like I said, that song by Corey Asbury, "Reckless Love." I always, I always think of that, and like I said, that's what gets me emotional is how much he loved and pursued me despite the horrible, terrible thing, that I went through. I officially came back to the church just after a moment of realization that everything I was pursuing was just not fulfilling. It was very empty. I was in pursuit of love and I wasn't finding it. And I realized that it was Jesus' love that I was missing. And once I realized that and I was open to his grace and his mercy and his love and truth, not believing the enemy's lies that was keeping me away, um, everything just fell into place. I found healing and love through Jesus, through my husband, through my children, and it's very beautiful. I would say to anybody who feels like they can't come back to church, um, or can't come back to the faith, or come back from any kind of wounds or um, horrible things that have happened to them, that unfortunately it's a lie from the enemy. And you have to realize that Jesus didn't just die on the cross for everybody, but for you as an individual, and he's waiting for you.